What if I told you that the reason airplanes don't fly straight across the Pacific Ocean is because of mysterious disappearances or conspiracy theories, but because of something much more practical and even more surprising? Welcome to the World Documentaries, where we reveal the truth behind the everyday things we take for granted. That's why flights between North America and Asia often arc northward, over Alaska and the Arctic, rather than going straight across the Pacific. It's not avoidance, it's efficiency. Today, we're re-unraveling one of aviation's biggest misconceptions: why most commercial planes avoid flying directly over the vast Pacific Ocean at high altitudes. Powerful winds known as jet streams can dramatically affect flight time and fuel consumption, but going the opposite direction means avoiding those same winds. That's why eastbound and westbound flights often follow very different paths around between the same cities. Tropical storms, typhoons, and unpredictable weather patterns can force airlines to reroute to avoid danger. Arctic routes, while cold, are often more stable than flying straight through the volatile equatorial region. These high-speed air currents flowing from west to east can either assist or resist a flight depending on its direction. The illusion of a straight line, every mile flown costs money. A more direct-looking route across the Pacific might actually take longer and cost more due to headwinds or lack of alternate airports. During World War II and the Cold War, long-range aviation routes were developed that prioritized political alliances and available infrastructure. That legacy continues to shape where and how planes fly today. Bases in Alaska, Guam, and Hawaii were key links in trans-Pacific travel. These routes became the foundation for modern airline paths, even as technology advanced. But from Los Angeles to Sydney, you're looking at hours over ocean without a single backup. That's why Pacific routes tend to hug the edges or arc toward northern regions where airport options are more plentiful. What may look inefficient or mysterious on a flat map is actually a sophisticated decision made by flight planners using advanced tools and global data. The Pacific Ocean is home to few large land masses and even fewer major cities. In contrast, the Atlantic Ocean, smaller and more connected, has multiple options for emergency landings, established aviation hubs, and shorter routes between continents. Not to mention, the remoteness of the Central Pacific means fewer refueling options and higher operational risk. In fact, thousands of flights cross the Pacific every day. Airlines like United, ANA, Delta, and Air New Zealand operate extensive networks over the ocean. The price of jet fuel, crew time, and aircraft wear and tear are all major operational expenses. That means airlines are constantly optimizing for cost efficiency, not just distance. To understand this mystery, remember this: flying is a game of precision, not superstition. And that, perhaps, is more fascinating than any myth. From jet streams to emergency protocols, everything is designed to make air travel faster, safer, and more cost. We first need to challenge one of our most basic assumptions about the world: that the shortest path is a straight line. On a flat map, it seems obvious. If you found this episode eye-opening, hit that like button. Subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden logic of our modern world. And let us know in the comments what's the strangest flight path you've ever seen. If you're flying from Los Angeles to Tokyo, the Pacific Ocean is massive. It covers more than 63 million square miles, making it the largest and deepest ocean in the world. That means far fewer options for emergency landings. In the event of engine failure, sudden decompression, or medical emergencies, pilots prefer to stay within a certain distance of airports. Why not just draw a straight line and follow it? But here's the twist: Earth isn't flat, it's a sphere. It's a regulation that dictates how far twin-engine aircraft can fly from the nearest suitable airport. While modern jets have exceptional safety records, airlines and aviation regulators still plan routes that prioritize emergency access. That often means flying near Alaska, Hawaii, or coastal areas rather than straight over thousands of miles of open water. And when you're navigating a sphere, the shortest distance between 2 points is what we call a great circle route. A great circle looks curved on a flat map, but in reality, it's the most direct path over the curved surface of the Earth. The logistics of safety and rescue. Now let's talk about safety. This is where ETOPS comes in. Jet streams and weather patterns. The sky isn't static. When flying from Asia to the US, planes often use jet streams to their advantage, allowing faster travel times. In addition, the Pacific Ocean is home to some of the planet's most turbulent weather. Economic and fuel considerations. Airlines are businesses. The Great Circle route often saves both time and fuel, especially when paired with favorable wind currents. In short, planes don't avoid the Pacific out of superstition or myth. They fly the route that makes the most economic and operational sense. The legacy of historical routes. Modern aviation owes much to its military and colonial history. Many current air routes still mirror Cold War-era military corridors, where radar coverage, air traffic control, and political agreements were already in place. The role of geography and infrastructure. Now let's zoom in on geography. For example, a flight from New York to London has dozens of airports along the way. The misconception of avoidance. Let us debunk the core myth here. Planes aren't avoiding the Pacific because it is dangerous. The key is that they do so strategically using great circle routes, weather data, wind patterns, and fuel calculations to find the optimal path. Conclusion: the real answer is more fascinating than the myth. So the next time you look at a flight path and wonder why it bends or arcs over seemingly unrelated terrain, the Pacific Ocean isn't being avoided, it's being navigated with strategy, science, and decades of aviation wisdom. Thanks for watching the World Documentaries.